Welcome back. Nigerians are gearing up for a nationwide protest starting on the 1st of August. As frustration mounts over the country's deepening economic crisis and perceived government inaction, the planned demonstration is a combination of growing discontent among citizens amid soaring inflation, with many struggling to make ends meet and basic necessities like food and healthcare becoming increasingly unaffordable.
Now, though the federal government has called for more time to answer protesters' demands, citizens are yet to see a reversal of government policies or any moves towards meeting the demands. Well, joining us now is the 2023 House of Representatives candidate, Lagos Island Constituency, Obiloke Dosunmu. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
It's great to have you join us. Let's first off talk about leadership, the role of leadership in all of this. You see every leader conveniently asking Nigerians to dialogue, but haven't we done enough? Haven't we, suffered enough? A lot of people would even say Nigerians are people who are very tolerant. We don't know how to fight back immediately, because if we did, we would have been fighting right from the beginning, from the whole fuel subsidy removal, and then from when we found out that yam started growing legs and, flying up with the prices and all. But we have endured enough, and it feels like we cannot go any further. Even though the minimum wage has increased, the prices of every other thing has skyrocketed. So we're still back to base. What do you think the role of leadership is in all of this?
Well, for me, I feel like leadership should be all about empathy, in the first place. And one thing the current administration has not shown to the citizens, to the youth, is that they've not shown sincerity. They've not shown that they are actually in solidarity with all of us. The president comes out and says he's working assiduously well to make sure that things go right. He's doing a lot of things, but he has not really. They in governance they've not really shown solidarity. The cost of governance is still very, very high. To show us that they are really in solidarity with us, to show us that they have empathy, that they're feeling what we are feeling. I feel like they should cut the cost of governance. That's like a first step towards showing that, oh yeah, we're with all of you, we're with you people, we know what you're facing. And to show us that, yeah, we are ready to cushion this effect with you, we're ready to face what you're facing. Cut down the cost of governance. Reduce the salaries of the House of Assembly, the National Assembly and the executive. And then we youths will understand that, oh yeah, okay,
yeah, but I think the National Assembly members are giving up 6 months of their.
Well, we heard about that, but really, I don't know how true that is. We know how Nigeria is. We heard about it though, but well, we're waiting to see what happens if they really do.
Well, there's the salary and then there's the allocation, and people are like, if you really want to give up something, add your allowances and the salary, because people don't see that the salary is what is what they're deducting from, but the allowance is still a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. But even if they do that, it will at least show us a little bit of sincerity on their part. Okay, you can't just come out and tell us, oh, we're feeling so much hardship, and then you're still buying private jets. You're still enjoying yourselves. You're renovating the VP's residence for so much money.
21 billion. But, there's also those, if you've listened to, for example, Hope Uzodinma, the Imo State Governor, the Inspector General of Police, a lot of them have their views on, whether the protest, should happen or not. Many of them say that 1 year is not enough. We should give the government more time to let its policies materialize into, of course, something positive for Nigerians. So, do you think that Nigerians are also being impatient with the current administration?
Well, if I'm going to be very honest, the current administration, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, has done some applaudable policies. If we're going to be very honest, the local government autonomy, for example, is one very applaudable policy that he has put in place. The student loan is a very applaudable policy that has put in place. CJ converting from petroleum to CNG, another very applaudable policy that has put in place. But and that's something we can talk about. First off, for the local government autonomy, I'm very happy about that, because now it gives us direct, as the local government is like the nearest to the people, the grassroots. For example, now we can hold accountable our local government chairman, our councillors. I remember, for example, I'm from Lagos Island, Ward A1, and my councillor, Thomas, he now I can hold him accountable. His house is not far from my constituency office, so I can just go to him and say, "Oh, Mr. Thomas, this. We heard there was so amount that was given to the local government. What's really happening?" So we should not deny the fact that yes, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration has done a lot of applaudable policies, but we only feel like they've not shown sincerity in all of this. We are alone. We're the only ones suffering, like going through all of this pain. You're not showing us that you are part of us. You are a part of what we're feeling, of our pains. You're saying that we have to feel the heat for some time, and then it's go over, and then we'll start to enjoy it. Then why don't you just show us that you're a part of it?
So is it? I mean, showing us that they're a part of it is one thing, but is it a failure to be able to communicate effectively where we are headed as a nation? Is that where the problem is? Or is it just simply that Nigerians just do not trust anything that they say?
I didn't really get your question, but I...
So if you listen to the president's spokespersons, you've also listened to Mr. President. First of all, do you support the idea of a protest?
Well, the protest is a civil right, and everybody is allowed to protest when they feel like the government should be held accountable. But the only problem, I feel like what the government is afraid of is...
Before you get into what the government is afraid of, I don't know if you will be out protesting on the 1st of August, so maybe not, but when Nigerians say we are going to be protesting on the 1st of August, do you say that, yes, you should go ahead and protest?
Well, I say that it's a civil right, and if that is what it takes to change what's happening now, yes, we should.
Why don't you believe that the government understands what it's doing and Nigerians should be patient instead?
Well, I believe the government understands what it's doing. I just said it. He's doing a lot of applaudable policies. He has made a lot of applaudable policies. If we're going to be very honest, he has done so many things that if the past government has done, by now we should be enjoying. So, but if the youth see it as, well, they need to come out, it's a peaceful protest, and just show that, oh, they're still angry, then the government should come out and then show sincerity. I believe that if before August 1st, the federal government comes out and says, okay, we understand what you guys are going through, we understand your pain, and because of this, to show solidarity, we have decided to cut governance, cut the cost of governance by at least 50%. Trust me, I do not think the protests will hold again by that time, by August 1st. The youths will see that as a way that they have shown empathy. They've shown that, oh yes, we can feel what you're feeling and we're ready to side by side walk with you in this heat. So what I feel is, if Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes out tomorrow morning and says, we want to cut the cost of governance, this is the way to go. Because if you are feeling it, we should also feel it. Trust me, by August 1st, nobody's going to be out. Anybody that comes out, then will know that that's totally political.
So, but what is the long-term solution, though? Because my worry is that we come out with protests, dialogue or no dialogue, in the next few weeks or months. Fine, let's even say that the cost of governance, we get to cut it a little bit. We're still heavily indebted. We still have a lot of backlog of issues when it comes to financial stability, when it comes to economic growth, when it comes to our naira weighing against the dollar, the floating of the naira generally. So my worry is all of these things seem temporary. Are there any permanent solutions? Are there other things that other countries are adapting to? We keep screaming for direct foreign investment, but our own investment is sinking. So even foreigners we're getting liquidated, basically. The foreign investment are getting liquidated. Yeah, so what is, at the end of the day, the bigger picture? What is our permanent solution?
For governance, I do not think there's a particular permanent solution that we can see for now. It's just a year in office, and definitely it will take a lot of time before things start to manifest. And like I said, the policies that the president has been trying to bring about is really positive, And although, because we are Nigerians and we feel like, no, we can't hold on to this.
When you say the positive, the policies are positive, you know, the reaction to those policies don't seem to reflect the same thing. We're currently dealing with food inflation about 40%, and many people will say that, you know, that 40% is not even the actual figure. Investors are jetting out of Nigeria. Nigerians are looking for passports in different parts of the world, no matter what it is, as long as it's not here. So what policies do you know, are you speaking of in particular that you say, okay, this one is such a brilliant policy and, you know, you're really, really excited about it? Nobody seems to believe in it.
First off, the student loan is a very positive policy. It's going to help out a lot of students to go to school. And that's the first step towards eradicating poverty, education. So if he has done that for education, that's positive. We're seeing a lot of people agitating for a new minimum wage. He came out and he said, okay, let's increase it to 70,000 naira for now. And then if anything happens and the fuel price goes higher than this, I would increase it. I don't know if you heard that news. I would increase it to 250,000 naira. So I feel like he's doing a lot to make sure, to show Nigerians that he's feeling their heat. But it's just that we just don't feel that they are sincere enough because of the past government. To be very honest, Bola Tinubu met a Nigeria that was going downwards. And with all these policies that he's just a year in office, and he's doing all of this.
How long do you think is a favorable time before people can protest? If 1 year is not fair, it's not enough.
I'm not saying they can't protest.
No. But how long do you think, you know, will be a good time that you can say, oh, nah, this government doesn't know what they're doing?
Well,
what's the time frame?
There's no time frame for it actually, but I think between now and say another year.
So 2 years?
2 years, half a term in office. Okay. 2023 House of Representatives candidate, Lagos Island Constituency, Obiloke Dosunmu. Thank you so much for joining us and discussing these issues.